Right, evening, colleagues. Thank you for joining us. We've got Fidelity Secure Drive head coach Ivan van Rooyen, so we won't waste any time. We'll take the first question. Manus, you can go.
Hallo Ivan, ons is jammer dat dit nie uitgewerk het nie, maar ek moet sê Leinster, daar sê daar maar 'n wholesome show opgesit. Dit is ook nie maklik om daar so Leinster as hulle in daai mood is, jy weet. Daar's so vaste van nie, alhoewel daar se hele foute gemaak het. Hulle was ek wil ongelooflik geweest, Ivan.
Ja, maar ek dink hulle was klinies geweest. Hulle sit hier regtig onder baie druk op aanval en verdediging. Te veel ongedwonge foute van ons af, direk uitgeskop. Basiese foute en alles goed genoeg om jy uit te byt. Ek dink hulle het meer toetscaps as wat ons URC caps het en ongelukkig het dit 'n bietjie gewys vanaand. Waardevolle lesse geleer. Klomp van die ouens ja, die laaste maand Ierland beleef en wat dit is om teen Leinster te speel, vol toetspelers en ja, hopelik word ons beter van die ervaring.
Ag net laastens al van my of ek bedoel julle wil dit nou seker nie nou hoor nie, maar ek bedoel julle het rarig 'n lekker jaar gehad, jy weet, alhoewel dit nou nie om geëindig het dalk nie, maar ek bedoel daar's 'n rarige jaar waarop ek dink en daar's so baie mense dink dat daar se half en half 'n waterskeiding oorsteek het.
Ja, dankie man. Dis so sleg soos wat dit nou is en so seer soos wat dit nou is, so trots is mense in die groter prentjie oor die seisoen. Ek dink die groei in die span, die groei in die spelers, die veelheid ouens wat na die Springbokke Landingkamp toe genooi is, ouens wat 50ste caps gekry het, ouens wat eerste caps gekry het. Ek dink as 'n groep kan ons trots wees. Soos ek sê, dis obviously nou nie lekker vanaand nie, maar ek dink in die groter prentjie is ons regtig trots op die seisoen.
Thank you, Manus. Ross?
Great. Thanks very much, Vanessa. How's it, Coach? Obviously, unfortunate way to end the season, quite a big loss, that one. You must have a bit of mixed emotions, really proud with getting to a first playoff Champions Cup rugby. But just tonight, the guys weren't exactly at their best, a few uncharacteristic mistakes, especially in the kicking game, quite a few directly out. The line-out struggled a bit. Do you think the occasion maybe got to the guys a bit?
Thanks, Ross. I think one can say that. A little bit uncharacteristic, but also they put you under a lot of pressure, constant pressure the whole time. Like I say, uncharacteristic from Chris and Kevin and them to kick it out on the full. And then once you allow them to get into their attacking zone and your defensive zone, just the execution and the speed at what they play at is impressive. And yeah, unfortunately, they capitalized on that.
And then obviously, all that noise around Nienaber and his defensive line, but you see what happens when it actually comes off today. As you mentioned, pressure throughout, they were on top of you every time, and that just must be a big lesson for the guys, in that rush defense.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously speaking to Jock before the game, I believe their defense the last 6 weeks has improved a lot in terms of connectiveness and connective pressure. And yeah, it worked tonight. We created a couple of chances, didn't finish them, and like I say, if you make that kicking errors, then you're just defending. And then if you allow momentum the first two phases, then you're chasing shadows, because their decision making and the tempo at what they do is impressive. Good lessons to learn, but it's obviously not lucky in the moment.
But obviously, overall, a positive season, first URC playoffs and everything. How do you guys now take the lessons and build on this, going to next season, especially, with Champions Cup, which adds a completely different dimension, from the Challenge Cup?
Yeah, I think we basically since the start of preseason, I think it's week 50 or week 51 for us. So good rest. Obviously, we'll do a good review of season, and especially of tonight, where strengths, where's stuff we need to fix and work on. Come with good plans in terms of progress and growth. and just keep on building. There's the undertone of the team is still young. A season of a lot of firsts. If you think of Batu and Hash and Mahashe, Sebastian has played more regularly. There's a lot of the players starting to come through and getting used to this level and this pressure. So, like I say, if you take tonight out of the picture, a real excitement of the group, of where we are and what's possible, but also we saw the next level tonight and really aspire to be there.
And do you think you might see a few extra Lions Oaks playing for the Boks a bit more this season? And, that might add also a bit of extra, things to learn from if you don't have them as available as you previously have?
I think through consistent performances, you could be there more often. Obviously, for the system, it's good. 2-3 seasons ago, we had 1 or 2 guys in the alignment camp, and now we've got 8 or 9. Also, getting into the alignment camp and getting to the Springbok setup is great for the players. What they bring back and the experience they bring back is great for the group. Puts us in a little bit of a different challenge. All of a sudden, there's a bit of management, and there's other players that also need to share the workload. So yeah, 1 or 2 lessons for us to learn and plans to make in the next season. But it's obviously great for the system. The more guys we can get to the Boks and get to that level.
And lastly, from me, Cash, will you be giving John Dobson a bit of a call tomorrow and maybe passing on a bit of advice of what to expect and how for them to maybe overcome Leinster next weekend?
Yeah, won't mind sharing a little bit. They've asked me 1 or 2 questions post game already about the Stormers. But no, yeah, happy to share. They're tough, yeah. No doubt that hopefully the Stormers and the Bulls carry us in the semis and finals. But they're really a tough team to come play. Yeah.
Thank you, Ross.
Thanks very much, Coach. Thanks,
Ross.
Ross.
Guys, I don't see any more hands. Morgan will take you, and then we'll release the coach.
Thanks, Nyanisa. Hi, Coach. Hardlines. Coach, there seemed to be a tactic of trying to take Leinster on around the pillar, especially in the first half. Did that game plan maybe distract or take away your attacking flair out wide? Was it maybe too much trying to go around the corner when you guys could have maybe tried to get a bit more around them on the outside?
No, I think we only did it in the last quarter of the field. Yeah, I think we got some good purchase there. Got a couple of advantages. Had created opportunities there to go scored a try there. Is apart from maybe a good accurate kick, it's almost impossible to get around them in that 22 if you don't really dominate the advantage line. So the easiest route one against them in preview we felt was the easier route and option once we get close to their try line. And yeah, even speaking to the players afterwards, they felt we got some good purchase there.
And then, Coach, just lastly for me, as pointed out, you guys had it was a good season. Got into the top 8, won the SA Shield. What other major positives can you take from this season? Take it forward as well. But what were also the glaring negatives that need to be worked on?
Yeah, I think the camaraderie, the care for each other, how hard the group is willing to work for each other, how coachable they are, alignment between coaches and players. Didn't look like that tonight, but our identity and how we want to play and all levels got improved. I think our kicking game improved drastically through the season. Attack did as well. I think before tonight we were in the top 3 or 4 attacking teams. Defensively, when we get it right and we connected, we managed to put under pressure, and from there we can get turnover ball and capitalize. Like I said, we had so many young guys in first seasons. So many of the senior guys taking more leadership roles. Chris coming in, making a difference. So yeah, first conference win, first top 8. So a season of a lot of firsts, a season of growth. we saw that we're not there yet for the Investor Cup, but yeah, obviously disappointed, like you say, Morgan, but really proud of the season and how we've grown.
Thanks, coach.
All right, colleagues, thank you very much. We'll leave it there. Cash, thank you for your time. Safe travels back home, and we'll connect soon.
Thanks, Daniel. So thanks, guys. Enjoy the
All right.
weekend.
Dankie julle. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you. Cheers.